Let's get straight to it. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to build strength and endurance in your glutes and hips, and all you will need is 30 minutes of your time, a theraband and a physio ball. First up is the side plank hip abduction. We're going to start with a nice straight line up into a side plank. Bottom leg is at 90 degrees, top leg is nice and straight, and these are my hip abductions. Common mistake with these that you will see, that you start to collapse and roll back. I want you to keep your torso forward, again nice straight line, if anything just over the top leg, and keep these moving. I want you to keep this from anything from 15 seconds to a full minute before holding it at the top of your movement. This is where it'll burn, this is where it'll get tough. So to recap, the side plank hip abduction, bottom leg is at 90 degrees, top leg is nice and straight. First of all, you're doing the raises for anything up to a minute, then you're doing a hold at the top, again for anything up to a minute, so that could be 2 minutes in total. This one needs to be a little bit more relaxed, and again, setup is really important. So I want this knee slightly over the bottom knee, so top over the bottom. What that does is bring your hip over to about a 10-degree angle, rather than, if it's behind, we start to open up again. So this is the key here. Top leg slightly overlapping the bottom before we start to open up our hips. And again, anything up to a minute, opening and closing, and then hold it at the top for anything up to a minute. Next on the list is the reverse clamshell. So similar setup to the last exercise. Again, really focus on getting your hips forward, knee overlapping from the top. I might keep my hand here this time, because once I open up the clam, then I'm going to rotate the opposite way. So the clamshell is open, and I'm rotating that top leg the opposite way. Really important that you keep your torso nice and straight, pelvis forward, and again, anything up to a minute, minimum of 15 seconds, and then hold that position again for anything up to a minute. That will be quite challenging each time, so a total of 2 minutes for each exercise. So they were mainly our hips. Now we're going to move into glutes and hamstrings with the hip thrust. So to set yourself with the hip thrust, you just need either a bench or a sofa like this that is roughly about shoulder height. Get yourself nice and comfortable, and I would do the first couple with 2 legs. The idea here is this is the highest point, and if you fold like a book, you should be able to squeeze that glute back to the top. Once you've got a nice comfortable position, I want you to go to one leg and do the same thing. So just remember, fold like a book, push up through the glute, and down again. With those hip thrusts, aim to get up to 15 per leg, and you might want to run those through 3 times. So hips and glutes should be pretty tired now, but we're going to finish it with a hamstring curl on the physio ball. Again, it's always best to set yourself with both feet, get nice and comfortable. Hips up nice and high, and focus on bringing your heels back up to your glutes. When you're confident on the 2 feet, drop it down to 1. So that exercise can be quite challenging to finish. Work up to 8 on each side and do that 3 times. So that's your hip and glute program. Should take you no more than 30 minutes, but take as much rest in between each exercise that you need. If you have any questions, make sure you ask and let me know how you all get on.